Idea. We also have an update on a very serious story we've been talking about on this broadcast, the missing toddler named Kaylee Anthony. Well, her grandparents' attorney is speaking to us this morning about the latest in the case. The mom has been released wearing an ankle bracelet, and the grandparents still hope that their granddaughter is still alive. So we'll find out more about that.
Don't we all? And then...
3-year-old Kaylee Anthony disappeared nearly 2 months ago now. Her mother, Casey, has been under investigation. And Kaylee's grandparents, Cindy and George Anthony, have made public pleas for information that could lead to finding their granddaughter. Mark NeJame is the attorney for Cindy and George Anthony. Mark, good morning.
Good morning.
This has become an incredibly troubling case.
Beyond troubling.
And intensely, and everyone seems to be criticized, including the people you represent, the grandparents, George and Cindy, who are dealing with not knowing where their granddaughter is, and dealing with the fact that their daughter has been arrested more than once.
Yeah, it's an unimaginable nightmare, and one could never wish this upon anybody. And there's been so much misinformation that's come out, and we appreciate the opportunity to hopefully set the record straight in some areas. These are very loving, wonderful people. He's a former police officer. She's a former nurse who I've yet to see without just crying and being devastated personally. But yet, for some reason, some of the public seem to want to criticize them. I think there's been a...
Well, there's a reason. I mean, they're concerned. The people in the public are concerned that the broader search for Kaylee's body has been called off. That they still don't know where the baby is. They're unsure about whether the police has got the mother now on an ankle bracelet. There's a lot of worry and concern.
Rightfully
about,
so.
And so there are questions being raised.
But there's been a blurring. George and Cindy Anthony are the grandparents. They are not Casey. I've never met Casey. I've never spoken to Casey. I've never met her lawyer, never spoken to her lawyer. They have been maligned and vilified for no reason. They are living the worst nightmare imaginable. You pointed it out. Their beloved granddaughter is gone. Their daughter is facing who knows how much prison time. To process that, to grieve that, people criticize them because they say, well, they're in denial. Well, so what? Denial is a wonderful thing and if they are...
You're saying that because they are going through what they're going through, we shouldn't judge them.
We should never.
But what in terms of, some people have been criticizing them for not being actively searching as with search team. You say they have been searching in a different...
Active.
You're saying in a different way.
They're searching for a live Kaylee, who their heart and their soul hopes and believes, and they have faith is still out there. They support and bless the searchers who are going into the fields,
but they don't want them to actually find
when they pick up a shovel, they've surrendered to themselves and to the universe that Kaylee's no longer with us. So they're out searching. They're following up leads. We received since I've been on this in the last week, 2 leads, 2 tips. We pass them on to law enforcement who they're working with. People need to remember, Cindy Anthony was the first one that started this investigation. She's the one that called the police. She's the one that initiated all this. So these people have been maligned inappropriately and unfairly. They are not Casey.
You're probably to some degree reacting to the protests outside their home. There have been horrendous, you call them.
Horrendous.
People have been shouting, "Where's Kaylee?" outside this home, and there've been, in fact, and I understand George has gotten into kind of a shoving match. We're seeing Cindy there with a hammer in her hand.
Well, it's been... What happened is they were putting no trespassing signs in their yards, and then they got bum rushed by these people who are saying horrendous things to them. Where are the body parts? Where's the dead baby? I mean,
so what is your message here now to the public then, in terms of as we wait to find a resolution?
They're not helping. They're not helping.
How can they help?
They can help by those who believe that Kaylee is no longer with us. Participate in the search teams. Those who believe that Kaylee is still with us, follow up on every lead. Orange County Sheriff's Office, Crime Line, the websites. These are the important things that need to be gotten. But don't judge these people who have had nothing. Nobody on the face of this earth wants to find Kaylee more than her grandparents. Do not confuse them with Casey. Do not think that they are not doing everything imaginable to help find their beloved and lost granddaughter.
On that note, we have to leave it. I'm sure it's not the last note, however, in this story, and hopefully the last note will sound with the discovery of a little girl. Thank you so much, Mark NeJame, this morning for joining us.
Thank you.
And we're back right after this.